Well, hello everyone. My name is Tim Lee. I'm the director and founder of Collaborate MK, and this is one of a series of interviews with Collaborate MK members that have the gold membership option. And today I'm with Yvette Lamidey Business Locksmith. And Yvette, so great to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Tim. And you?
Yeah, all good. Yeah. Really pleased with things. So tell me, Yvette, where did your career start exactly?
My career started going back to the days when I hadn't got the A-levels that was expected, so I couldn't go to university. And I was in the situation where science was my favourite thing. So I went and was a school lab technician, and my intention was to go off and do some quals with that. But I developed eczema on my hands, and I couldn't work with chemicals anymore. Because my hands were so bad. So I was in the situation of, as I was talking to somebody else earlier today, of either being underexperienced and overqualified, because I had got A-levels and O-levels, but not the university grades, or underqualified and underexperienced.
Yeah.
And in those days, before spreadsheets, when I could cross-cast with mental arithmetic, I was the only person who passed a test for the local co-op society to go and work in their wages department. 6-week probation came down to 2 weeks. I was asked to work overtime because I'd just taken to it like a duck to water.
Yeah.
And after a few months, the manager said to me, Yvette, you need to go somewhere else because we can't stretch you enough. And that started my career off in payroll.
Right.
So I always say we're the second oldest profession. We know what the first is, but somebody had to pay them, didn't they?
Yeah.
And somebody needed to collect the taxes. So, and a much underestimated profession as well, because HR is very important, but they don't pay the people.
No.
And so I progressed through that, but I was getting to the point where it was just bigger and bigger checks I was writing to HMRC, bigger and bigger teams, more complex systems. But what I found when I was at my last post at WH Smith, I was getting really interested in the business of business.
Yeah.
So how the business was run and all of those things, and realised that actually I was more interested in that. Had an opportunity to leave the organisation when they were restructuring, and they wanted to outsource the department, and I wasn't interested in just running a contract. No. So I set up my own business doing high-end consultancy, payroll, expenses and benefits and employment tax, all the things that I knew, but found I got bored again because I was writing reports that thick where nobody got beyond the first 5 pages, but all the findings had to be there. And it was like, what am I doing? The most interesting thing was looking at how you could make things more effective for the organisation, make it more interesting for the people. And I was coaching HR directors and finance directors.
Right, okay.
So that's where it got me more interested in that. So I then spent a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, on learning about the business of running a small business.
Yeah.
All the things that you need to do. Got a number of qualifications in that, or accreditations in that, and also did a number of complementary medicines, which sound a bit strange for somebody in my role, but actually, if you've got somebody who doesn't want you in their department looking at what you're doing and then has a fear of flying, I spent half an hour with her on her fear of flying, and I was her best friend.
Right, I see.
We had a very elegant solution to everything that worked for her.
Yeah.
And the organisation were overjoyed, but it was only because I was able to do that for them.
Oh, right.
And so with that, I've always used that mix of all the skills that I've got.
Yeah.
I did NLP as well. And I don't believe in using NLP to get people to buy things. I believe NLP has a real purpose in unlocking your inner potential.
Yes.
I've also worked with a lot of mentors. I don't know everything. It's important to have mentors, and I still work with them. And that's how we came to the Business Locksmith, because it was all about unlocking the potential in the business and the people. But for more, it was much more about unlocking the potential in the people, because if you unlock the potential in the people, you get to the potential of business.
I see.
And that's where it started. So
Right.
I started my business in 2004.
Right. Yeah.
Morphed over time, and here we are in 2023.
Yeah.
And I'm loving working with people in that way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I get what I call my soul is fed by the conversations I have with people, because like you, I'm a people person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I need to have that connection with people.
Yeah.
And people who've got values. It's really important to me to have people who've got values.
Brilliant.
And then my intellectual side gets fed through the work that I do with the Federation of Small Businesses or Central Archangels that I founded, and my non-exec role. So I've got a lovely balance between those two things of feeding one part of me and keeping the other part motivated and interested.
Wonderful. So, I mean, you've been very successful business locksmith, and but that's all the real positive side of things. What sort of challenges do you face with the business locksmith now?
I think you'll find that at the moment, people are coming to the point where they're not sure about spending money and where they're spending money. I've been through one recession and one financial crisis, and that's where I learned things. So it really is opening up people to that investment in the business makes a massive difference to the investment in themselves and the potential for the business going forward.
Right. Yeah. That is challenging times, isn't it? And every penny has to be looked at in every way. So, great to hear about your history and where it all started and how your business works. There must have been some funny moments here and there, knowing you well over the years.
Oh yes. I mean, I've certainly raised your eyebrows when I've been talking about a talk. What should we do? We'll talk about the artificials and the butt flip. And I had to explain very carefully, it was only one T on butt.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was memorable, and you know, and people are still remembering it, referring to it now.
Sometimes people do say I've got the angry bird face looking at times. You know, it must be those. I think must be something to do with that. But no, you know me. I sometimes takes a bit of explaining, but I get there in the end. But so where do you sort of see yourself over the next couple of years with your business?
Over the next couple of years, I think I've started to quietly launch my peer-led mastermind group. Yeah. Having run the groups for other people and been part of groups, I've taken the best of all of those. Yes. And I've got some interest in that. So I just need to get a bit more interest to do that, because I want to do it so that people are bouncing ideas off each other, learning from each other, get some collaboration going, as well as, you know, doing mini workshops so that we can work through something that they can use in their business. So it's all about what you can use practically in your business now to make a difference to you and your team. Yeah,
absolutely perfect. Wonderful. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, as usual, to have a conversation with you today, Yvette, and thank you so much. And we will see you at the next event. Brilliant.
Thank you, Tim.
Brilliant. Thanks, Yvette.